Welcome back to another tutorial. This is part 2 of creating a detailed supplier form. In part 1, we imported 2 tables from Excel. We had a supplier table, and we've created a form for that, as you can see here. And it simply has the name and address and phone number of our supplier. And we also imported an item master table, which gave us all the information about the products that we're carrying, the name, the retail and wholesale price. And we also used a lookup function to create a relationship between our item master table and supplier table so that we could pull over the corresponding supplier that's providing us with these products. All right, so we're going to close that for a moment. And if we look at our supplier form, it's pretty basic. There's not a lot of information here. So what we want to do is create a form that not only gives us the name and all the contact information about our suppliers, but also on the same form have a detailed information, subform, if you will, of all the products that we carry from them and the pricing information. Okay, so we're going to close that for a moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a form, another form for our item master table. And this will allow us, or rather allow employees, as new products are added to our inventory selection, they would enter that information through that. Okay, so let's go to the Create tab and we'll select Form Wizard. And we want our item master table, and we want to use all these available fields. So we're going to move those over and select Next. And we want it in Datasheet view. Select Next again. And we're going to call this Item Master Form. And we will finish that. Okay, just going to close this for a moment. And then we're going to go down here to our Forms section. We're going to open up the Item Master Form. And we are going to select Form View. And you can see here now the supplier ID has filled in. Now, as I tab through here, you can see as I go through it's going through the various items, the different products, it's filling in the supplier ID. Now, when you create this form, if the supplier ID information doesn't automatically populate in this field, that's fine. Just go through all the records that you have in your item master form, and just from your drop-down menu, select a corresponding supplier that goes with that form until you've moved through all the records. And we should have on that table, there's only 34 products at the moment that were imported on the item master table. So once you have all your supplier names associated with the actual products, go ahead and save your item master form and close it. And now we're going to create a new detailed supplier form. So to do that, we'll go up here to our tables. We'll just click and highlight on the supplier table. We will go to Create. Now this time we're not going to use the Form Wizard. We're simply going to click on Form. And now you can see what's happened here. Because we created a relationship between these two tables, now our supplier form has not only the information on the actual supplier itself, but all the products that are associated with that supplier are showing in a subform below here. You can see I can scroll down on that. Now you can also, while this is highlighted, you can adjust your columns, just to make it fit nicely inside this field. Okay, and let's close this for a moment. Save changes to the objects. Yes, you will. And we're going to call this form now Supplier Detail Form. Okay, select OK. There. So now we've got 2 forms here that we've created. This was our original supplier form with no information on the bottom. And the one we just created, the supplier detail form, now this has all the information regarding our supplier and all the products that we carry. I'm just going to scoot through some records here. There's Apple. See, there's all the Apple products. Let's make this screen a little bit bigger here so you can see what's going on. All right, there we go. All right, and we'll go through the other. There's LG, and we can see all the products below associated with that supplier, Sharp, and Toshiba. And this is what the form would look like now, our final form, when employees are going to fill in information, or if we need to contact, for example, our supplier about something, we have a list of all the information on those products that we carry from that supplier. So now we will just save that, close it. And if you wish, you can always go ahead and just delete that supplier subform, because now you've got something that's providing more details in that. So that is how you create a detailed supplier subform by combining these two tables. Once again, just to sort of repeat how the relationships work, we look at the database tools, we go into our relationships, and this is what enables us to create what we've just created. Because we have a relationship now that we've established between these two tables, we're actually to create these types of forms and pull in specific information from one table over to a form on another. So I hope you found that really helpful, and we will see you next time.